Exclusive! Tottenham ready to sign their first January signing, a special La Liga midfielder. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Tottenham are very interested in signing a La Liga star but may have to fight off 4 other European giants to bring in the midfielder in January. While it is well documented that Tottenham have a £25 million option to sign Johnny Cardoso next summer, it has been suggested over recent days that the Lilywhites could decide to make a move for the Real Betis star in January rather than wait until the end of the season. According to reports, Spurs have scouted the USA international extensively over recent weeks and have even opened talks with Betis over a January deal. This is because Ange wants to bolster his midfield and believes that the 23-year-old will add more mobility and control to his side. The same information has now been backed up by Diario de Sevilla, who say that Tottenham are really interested in a January deal for Cardoso. However, they are not the only ones eyeing a move for the midfielder, whose improved performances over recent months have brought him to the attention of several clubs. The report says that AC Milan, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid and one other unnamed club have joined Spurs in the race for Betis man. While these clubs have shown the most interest in the player so far, it is made clear that none of them have stepped forward with offers so far. The outlet points out that the player has aerial option of moving to Spurs in the summer, and that is something he has to take into account while making a decision on his future. The midfielder is said to be happy at the Benito Villamarin and wants to continue at the club for the time being, but the Spanish side may have other plans. This is because Manuel Pellegrini's side have to raise at least £16 million before June to balance their books, and they could thus decide to accept any decent proposal that comes their way for Cardoso. Tottenham could land Postecoglou's centre-back target for just £20 million. Ange Postecoglou has identified an experienced League One star as his top choice to bolster his defence, and Tottenham could be handed a chance to sign him for a cut-price fee. Spurs mooted as a potential destination for PSG star. Milan Skriniar has fallen considerably down Luis Enrique's pecking order at PSG, with the centre-back even being left out of the matchday squad on a couple of occasions this season. It was reported last week that the 29-year-old has made up his mind to leave Paris in January, with Spurs suggested as a potential destination. The report claimed that a move to Tottenham seems the most credible of all the options that the defender has as his entourage looks around Europe for a side that can match his current salary. Caught Offside are now also reporting that Skriniar wants to leave the French capital in January, and they too named Tottenham as one of the contenders to land the player. They reveal that PSG are hoping to get £29 million for the centre-back, but the fee can be negotiated down to as little as £20 million during talks. The report adds that Spurs see the Slovak international as an important defensive support for both Mickey van der Ven and Christian Romero, with Ange Postecoglou thought to see him as a squad option rather than as a guaranteed starter. However, Caught Offside make it clear that Spurs are not the only ones after the PSG star who is also of interest to Newcastle. The likes of Napoli, Aston Villa, Bayer Leverkusen and Atletico Madrid are also said to be circling over Skriniar. Further, it is explained that many of these clubs would be willing to offer the former Inter Milan man a regular starting berth, thus complicating Tottenham's pursuit. Spurs are interested in signing the Barcelona-owned attacker Vitor Roque. The 19-year-old is currently on loan at Real Betis, who have an option to sign him permanently. The Spanish outfit will be able to secure 80% of his rights for a fee of around £20 million. It will be interesting to see if they are ready to pay up in the coming months. According to Estadio Deportivo, Tottenham are looking to secure his signature, and the player is appreciative of the interest from the big clubs. However, he is in no hurry to move on. It will be interesting to see if Tottenham can convince the player to join. Barcelona need to sell players so that they can register the likes of Dani Olmo. The report states that Barcelona could sell the Brazilian attacker to the highest bidder in the coming months. It remains to be seen how the situation develops. Roque is highly rated in South America, and he has a bright future ahead of himself. He has shown his quality in patches with Real Betis, and there is no doubt that he could develop into an important player for Tottenham in the long term. The London club could groom him into a Premier League star. He has been likened to the Brazilian superstar Ronaldo Nazario because of stylistic similarities. A move to the Premier League could be an exciting opportunity for the player. Tottenham certainly have the financial muscle to get the deal done, and they should look to step up their pursuit with an official proposal. Barcelona signed the player for a package worth around £50 million, including bonuses. They paid £25 million in fixed fees, and they will look to recoup most of that. Roque could prove to be a bargain at that purchase price if he manages to fulfil his potential. It was a mistake to sign him. Former Tottenham scout makes interesting claim about recent Spurs signing. Tottenham centre-back Radu Dragusin has become the subject of transfer speculation, with reports suggesting he could leave the club next summer. The 22-year-old Romanian joined Spurs in January 2024 in a record-breaking £25 million transfer from Genoa, making him the most expensive Romanian footballer to date. Since then, Dragusin has been thrust into regular action due to injuries sidelining Christian Romero and Mickey van der Ven, Tottenham's first-choice central defenders. This season, Dragusin has made 19 appearances across all competitions, starting in 17 of them, and has provided crucial depth during a turbulent period for the team. However, concerns have been raised about whether he is a long-term fit in Ange Postecoglou's system. Former Spurs scout Brian King has weighed in on Dragusin's future, expressing doubts about an imminent move. The pundit believes that while a transfer might be on the horizon, it is unlikely to happen before the summer. With Romero and van der Ven still recovering, the Lilywhites cannot afford to lose Dragusin mid-season. Speaking to Tottenham News, King stated, "They can't cash in on him at the moment. They've got their two main defenders out, therefore I can't see him leaving until the end of the season. However, this seems to be an agent who knows that the writing is on the wall. Life does seem to be easier in Italy than it is in the Premier League. He has only just joined the football club. Whether it was a mistake to sign him, that is still under scrutiny. For me, when you lose those two main centre-backs, he is not your immediate answer. However, they're going to have to stick with him until the end of the season." Dragusin's time at Spurs has been a mix of highs and lows. Although he has shown glimpses of potential, the club's aggressive playing style often leaves defenders vulnerable, making it difficult for any centre-back to shine consistently. His debut season has featured both promising performances and challenges, including a red card during his Europa League debut against Qarabag. However, Tottenham's defensive struggles cannot be pinned solely on Dragusin. The team's injury crisis and tactical approach have played a significant role in exposing the backline, leaving the young defender with little margin for error. As the season unfolds, Dragusin will have more opportunities to refine his game and prove his value within Postecoglou's setup. Whether Tottenham decides to retain him as a key squad member or explores a transfer next summer may depend on how he adapts and performs during this critical period. That's it for today's update. If you like the video and want to keep up with everything Tottenham, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for our latest content. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and share it with other Spurs fans. Let's build our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs.